American President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin spoke on the phone again Sunday, with the Russian leader phoning Trump at Camp David. Putin called Trump to thank him for a CIA tip that helped thwart a series of bombings in St. Petersburg, the Kremlin said. White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders confirmed the conversation in a tweet. Scroll down for video. President Trump received a phone call from Russian President Vladimir Putin on Sunday, according to the Kremlin. The White House confirmed the conversation in a tweet. Russian President Vladimir Putin, seen at his annual news conference in Moscow on Thursday, called President Trump Sunday to thank him for a CIA tip that saved Russian lives. Putin gave his annual press conference in Moscow and said the U.S. is hurting itself with investigations of election meddling. Putin expressed gratitude during the call for information provided by the CIA that allowed Russia's top domestic security agency to track down and arrest a group of suspects that was planning to bomb Kazan Cathedral and other crowded sites, the Kremlin said. The Kremlin added that Putin asked Trump to convey gratitude to the CIA and assured him that Russian law enforcement agencies would hand over any information they get about potential terror threats against the United States, as they have done in the past. This is the second conversation the two leaders have had in less than a week. On Friday, Trump thanked Putin for remarks he made Thursday acknowledging America's strong economic performance, the White House said. The two presidents also discussed working together to resolve the very dangerous situation in North Korea, according to Trump's office. The two presidents spoke by phone following Putin's annual press conference in Moscow. Putin said Thursday the U.S. is only hurting itself with investigations of alleged collusion between Trump's campaign and Russia, and the Kremlin leader vowed he won't allow the radical opposition at home to challenge the status quo as he seeks re-election. At his annual news conference, Putin also mocked his most visible critic, Alexei Navalny, saying that those like the opposition leader want to drive Russia into chaos ahead of the March 18 presidential election. Brimming with self-confidence during the nearly 4-hour session, Putin reaffirmed his denial of interference in the 2016 U.S. presidential election. All of it was invented by people who oppose President Trump to undermine his legitimacy, Putin said in remarks that mirrored Trump's arguments. I am puzzled by that people who do it are inflicting damage to the country's domestic political situation, incapacitating the president and showing a lack of respect to voters who cast their ballots for him. U.S. intelligence agencies have concluded that Russia interfered in the election to help Trump, a Republican, defeat Democrat Hillary Clinton. Trump last month lashed out at those agencies' former heads, calling them political hacks and arguing there were plenty of reasons to be suspicious of their findings. Putin said Russian Ambassador Sergei Kislyak, whose contacts with Trump's campaign are part of the probes by Congress and Special Counsel Robert Mueller, was only performing his routine duties.